Democratic Visions is handmade in Eden Prairie and Minnetonka by DFL Senate District 42.
Ahmed Tharwat hosts a local television show called Dalaran. It means with open arms. He's an Arab American. He's recently gotten back from Turkey and Egypt, and we're here tonight to talk to him about his impressions of what's going on over there and what it's like these days to be an Arab American in Minnesota. Welcome.
Thank you, Jeff. Thank you for inviting me, and I'm glad that someone wants to talk to an Arab in the media these days. It's very nice.
Well, what was the purpose of your trip?
I was invited by a Turkish intellectual there in Istanbul, Harun Yahya, and I was interested about some of the things he's bringing, try to bring a modern Islam view to be part of the conversation and the global conversation, and offer some ideas dealing with the crisis that we're all facing.
What is he saying to Minnesotans?
Well, actually, I asked him, what do you think of America and American, and he really very impressed by the fact that Americans are very fair people, and they really, once they know that they are informed, they're usually very objective about their views, and think the problem that most of Americans are informed through a very biased view of what's going on. So the Arab really and Muslim did not tell their stories to the American people as well as the other side, and that's why we have a very skewed view of the Arab and Muslims. Of course, there is 9/11, and we'll be living in, there's been 8 years of intellectual coma that we're living in there, and we need to do a better job of telling our own story.
Well, you're a communicator. You're a writer. You appear in the Star Tribune. You appear in other newspapers. You have your own television show. How are you changing what you do?
From the beginning, we decided we're not an expert on anything. We just need to bring an Arab perspective or a Middle Eastern perspective to mainstream America, and we need to bring ourselves as the mainstream Arab Americans. We're not coming here to really to have an agenda that is any different than any average Americans. We care about the same issues, health care, we care about crimes, we care about, most all this issue that hits Arab American immigrants harder than the average American. So we are there. We just tell the stories from our own perspective.
Now, you're Egyptian by birth?
I was.
You're an American citizen?
Yes.
Right?
I'm confused.
And you were over in Egypt just before or after the recent
yes.
killings in Gaza?
Yes, I was there when the bombing started, and I was very, the demonstration in the streets, and people feel that that bombing, and Israel dropped more bombs on Gaza than what Hitler dropped in London, and I was reading a poll that tells 60% of the American people think Hamas used excessive force against the Israelis. So this is really scary stuff, and that's when the American people become so gullible about what's going on in the Middle East. People just cannot believe that even with the new administration was very silent about what the Israelis are doing, and they just really wondering about when it's going to change.
I know no one can speak for the Arab American community in Minnesota. It's not one community, obviously.
No.
But what's your sense of how they feel about the new president?
So I think the Arabs street are waiting for deeds and actions, and I think from his behavior, the first week in office, he started bombing Pakistan and Afghanistan. So it's the same policy that the Bush administration is facing. So it really, they support him. They're very helpful. They're very excited about the first African American. But I think the verdict's still out. We are inherently politically homeless. I don't think the two parties even pay any attention to the Arab and Muslims. And I think we just choose the lesser of the two evils. And they went to Obama for this, to be part of that historical event and be helpful, because what McCain brought to the table is just scary, and racist policy against immigrants and Arab and Muslims, and that scared a lot of Arab American here. And they went for Obama. He wasn't so excited about acknowledge the Arab and Muslims, but at least it's a different look, and symbolically, it's a new thing, and people banking on that symbolism that Obama brings to the table.
Democratic Visions is handmade in Eden Prairie and Minnetonka by DFL Senate District 42. Norbert Gurnis, Chair. Democratic Visions can also be seen on our website, dflsd42.org.